Minister of Foreign Relations of Hungary to make an appearance here in our parliament. And the second, let me say how glad we are that such representatives could attend this meeting. Please let me inform you that the first part of the today event, which will be open for the media, up to ending the speech of Dr. Zsoltnémet. Moreover, in anticipation of your consent, audio and video recorded all event. And now I would like to invite the President of Budapest Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Kristóf Szatmári, to give his greeting speech. Thank you. Mr. President.
Thank you. Honorable State Secretary, colleagues from the representative chambers, ladies and gentlemen. It's my honor to open this event and welcome you all here today. I believe that this day and event will have historical importance for the chambers in the region of the Danube. Kossuth Lajos, the former governor of Hungary, believed that the Danube Confederation would pave the way toward a regional integration. Unity, accordance, fraternity. Lo, this is my lofty desire, most faithful advice. Lo, a smiling future for all of them. Proclaimed in 1862 in his Danube alliance plan. Nowadays, 115 years old dream for Danubian people's cooperation seems to be coming true with the European Danube region strategy. The regional Danube strategy of the European Union provides a unique opportunity to strengthen the social and business-like relations in the region. It also supports the possibility of opening new platforms of cooperation. The current of Danube is a strong geographical forming cover of the region, and it also shows a very significant resolution socially and in the SME sector. The current of Danube is strong. Applying this symbolic inclination should be one of the most important goals of the regional Danube strategy. This aim would require the chambers of the region to form a strong, competent alliance. The macro region of Danube has potential to participate in reducing the difference between the development levels of the Union regions. It can also create an opportunity for the state of Danube to synchronize their development plan on the long-term basis. The Danube strategy role in the process of the EU members makes stronger than their relations with the state aiming to enter to unity. Moreover, the strategy gives a special chance for the entire Union to stabilize their relations with the countries of the Balkans. We shall accept that Danube strategy has a wider Europe-wide political scope and importance with special regards to communities' enlargement policy. Another equally important goal of the new movement should be cooperation between two macro-regional initiation of the Baltic nations and the Danube region. The collaboration between regions is not only a way to gain a valuable experience, but it can also be a platform to work on interregional issues. It is beneficial for the Union and supported by powerful member states. I believe that the process starting today here in Budapest. As a result of our hard work and brainstorming, we lead to great success and raise the importance of the Chambers movement of the region. With these initiating words, I would like to wish you great productivity for today and forthcoming years. I hope that currently good relationships will turn into fruitful partnerships. Last but not least, I would like to invite you to please contribute the work of our first meeting. Finally, I wish you a pleasant day and thank your attention.
Thank you, Mr. President, for the greeting. And now I would like to ask Dr. George Name, State Secretary, to open the statute of meeting. Mr. Secretary.
Secretary General, President, Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome everybody to the Hungary. Most welcome. I would like to express my gratitude to the organizers to this meeting, and I hope that we will have a fruitful dialogue. As you may know, in Hungary we have got a new political situation. Not even 1 month, Hungary has got a new cabinet, a new mentality, a new approach to economic, to regional relations, and to many aspects of public and political life and questions. Allow me to inform you about how we look at questions which might interest you. First of all, I'd like to welcome the developments in our neighborhood. I think stability and a new political climate is developing in the whole of Central Europe. They are glad, I have to tell you honestly, to see the changes in Slovakia. I hope that those changes will have a positive impact on the Central European cooperation. We are glad to see that in the whole of Central Europe a higher level of stability and a higher level of intention and ability to cooperate is produced. I would like to inform you that our approach to Central Europe is that this region has got a great, probably historical possibility in front of herself. I was just looking at the dates on this steel shipping society, which everybody has been given a present. It writes 1866. In this year, actually, not even Budapest existed. Budapest came into being in 1873 as a consequence of the unification of Budapest and all the 3 components of the city. And then I looked at the Chamber of Commerce and Industry slide. It writes 1850, some 15 years before the establishment of this society. So there was once a fantastic and very spectacular development period of the Danube region. And that was the second half of the 19th century up to the First World War. That period of 40, 60 years made what we have got today. And I think if I smell correctly, probably something similar is coming to the history of Central Europe now in these days. And we must embark upon a grand project. I think it's always very important to have this kind of historical dimension and The new Hungarian government has got a strong vision about Central Europe, and aspects of the Central European cooperation have many sub-aspects. Obviously, we have got a clear vertical intention relating the integration of Central European countries. It's not an accident that Viktor Orbán, the new Hungarian Prime Minister, thought it important that he pays his first visit to Poland. But this visit was a message to the Romanians, to the Bulgarians, and to the Serbians as well, that the visit to Poland reflects that the new Hungarian government intends to establish a strong central. Other aspect is this horizontal construction of Central Europe, and that's the Danube strategy. Not just the Danube strategy, but I think it depends largely on the participant players of the Danube strategy, how far this project is going to develop. And you are the chambers of commerce in the region are very important players in this. You may contribute to realizing the objectives and the possibilities in the Danube strategy, which, as I tell you, is vague. It might become something very relevant. It has the promise, but it depends on the players how much we can exploit out of this possibility. Hungary is going to chair in 2011 the European Union. Actually, right after us, in the second half of 2011, and the Poles will follow us. So there will be a Central European Championship for a year of the European Union. And we would like to exploit this possibility for making the cooperation of this region as organic as we can. Obviously, we will have a strong accent on the Visegrad cooperation. But we would like to intensify the cooperation between the Visegrad countries and the Balkans. We believe that the Balkans is a very important component of this new Central European construction. And the Balkans has play two components, the Western Balkans and the so-called Eastern Balkans. The Eastern Balkans is by now in the European Union. To build a bridge between the EU member Eastern Balkan countries and the EU member Central European countries is a very clear intention. But obviously, the Western Balkan countries can be including Serbia, Montenegro, and others, can be beneficiaries of this cooperation against the fact that we don't know how intensively and how directly the Western Balkan countries can participate in the realization of the Danube strategy. But our intention is that on the highest level, the Western Balkan countries would become part of it, and we would like to make it as a vehicle for the European integration of the Western Balkan countries. Macro-regional strategies in the European Union are relatively new phenomenon. In the north, we have got the Baltic strategy. Probably the second one is going to be the Balkan strategy, the Danube strategy, and obviously other macro-regional strategies may come into existence in the near foreseeable future. We believe that the Danube strategy to us is a unique opportunity to develop the whole Danube basin. The Danube strategy, if we realize it and exploit it to the maximum then it will be unique development strategy, a unique development project for the whole of the Danube Basin. That's how we look at the obviously, we need to have focuses, and obviously chambers of commerce will have to have their focuses as well. How they are going to relate themselves to the Danube strategy. I would like to inform you that the new Hungarian government believes that the small and medium size of enterprises should enjoy a high priority, as it does, for example, in the upper parts of the Danube. But as it is not yet in the central and in the lower segments of the Danube River, the intensity of small and medium-sized entrepreneurial activity is probably one of the most important priorities how we look at the Danube strategy. Second question which I would like to mention as a focus, as a priority, is the connectivity. We have been in those years what I was referring to in the second half of the 19th century up to the First World War, able to have a very close cooperation. We were connected. There were railways, highways, shipping possibilities. Now I think that's the challenge in front of us. And that is not just the challenge in front of us from a business aspect, but all relations, political, cultural, human aspects also require a much higher level of connectivity in the Danube space as it is now. And for that purpose, I believe that a clear strategy has to be established to facilitate road connections, railway connections, border connections, bridges, so establishing the infrastructure of preconditions for this connectivity. Thirdly, I would like to mention to you the question how we relate to transport. Hungary wouldn't like to turn the Danube into an industrial transport canal. For us, the Danube is a complex ecological value. The aspect of sustainability of the Danube is a crucial question. We have still the opportunity to realize an environment-friendly development strategy. And that's why I'm glad to hear that you have got a strong priority on tourism. Yes, tourism should enjoy a very high priority in the Danube strategy because Danube is beautiful. But sustainability means also that under the Danube we have got the most valuable drinking water reservoir of Europe. And we know what is the value of drinking water in our modern times, and how we need to protect the nature and values of the nature so closely related to the Danube River. Transport is important for business, certainly. But when we talk about transport, we shouldn't forget that transport, when we talk about the Danube strategy, is not just about shipping. When we talk about shipping, I like very much Commissioner Hahn's expression. He said that it is not our job to transform the Danube to the ships, but the other way around. We need to transform the ships in order to make them compatible with the preconditions given by that. And we shouldn't ever forget that the railway Central Europe are just simply not comparable to the role of railway transport facilities in the West. If we look at the map, how intensively this railway, the West Europe is characterized, and we compare it with the Balkans or the Central European railway system, we just see that the difference is drastic. So the railway connection should be also a very important part of our plans. And finally, I'd like to mention to you that the Danube strategy is a unique possibility for helping non-EU member countries to be able to enter the path to European integration. That will be, in the next 20 years, a major challenge for Europe, how we are able to finally define the borders of Europe. And what's clear that the Western Balkan countries in the process of Thessaloniki are members of the European integration. They have the European integration perspective. How intensively and how quickly these countries can achieve that target may largely depend, in my opinion, on our ability to exploit the possibilities in the Danube strategy. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome the establishment of the Danube Chambers of Commerce Association. This is something very original. It enjoys the support of the We are ready to give you the maximum support to the realization of the purposes you identify. We would like to welcome it, and we would like to underline that it is a major responsibility how much you can realize from this project. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, sir, for your speech. And again, for that you come here to meet to us today. And now I would like to inform that we will keep a very short break before to leave the media, to leave our special guest. Arra kérnek szépen a média képviselőt, akkor mostantól át ülés alakulnánk át. Köszönjük szépen a részvételt.